What is up guys, Osburn here, and let's take a quick look at the LG G6. Now it's been almost 8 months after its release, and the reason it piqued my interest is due to the price drop of this device. It's a super powerful device and one which won't break your bank. So most carriers are offering it at $0 down or a low monthly premium. So if you're looking for something to upgrade your old Android device with, this might just be it. And we will discuss why the price drop is so drastic and why they are trying to sell these units. So let's begin. Now, who is this meant for? Well, if you're just wanting to upgrade and don't want the absolute bleeding edge of technology, then this is the right fit for you. So it has an 18:9 aspect ratio rather than a 16:9. This just means that the screen is rather more taller as compared to its vertical or horizontal ratio. But most of the media consumption like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube all have supports for this phone, so you're covered on that department. The phone is much lighter than any of the iPhone X's or 8 and is far better than the previous LG phones. Now, it's IP68 certified and has front and back Gorilla Glass, so if you need any protection, you got it now. Now, performance-wise, it's super fast and you won't feel sluggish at all. The dual camera setup is better from previous LG phones, but it can't beat the recent contenders like the Galaxy S8, the Pixel XL and the iPhone X. Make no mistake, this is in no way an inferior phone, and most users won't even notice the difference. But you nevertheless feel a little bit outdated when you're using this phone when you compare it to the newer contenders which will launch later down the year. Now for the software, it's still got LG's version of Android, and it's not stock Android, but it's not bloated like Samsung's one is as well. So this can be easily fixed by installing a launcher, and I would recommend a Nova launcher because it's more customizable. Now it's got all the essential bells and whistles like a 32GB internal storage, wireless charging, IP68 water resistance, SD card slot for expansion and lots more. So what's the catch? Well, for one, the camera is not as good as the newer flagships, and second is that you won't get quick software updates. So these are two of the things that in my opinion are somewhat of the deeming or reduction in price. But does it really matter? Will the average consumer ever notice them? Well, not at all. If you're not an extreme photographer, you won't notice the camera is sluggish, and if you generally don't know about the bleeding new Android updates and the user experience, you won't notice that you need an upgrade in your software. But it is still good to note this before you purchase if you're gifting it to someone or buying it for yourself. Now, coming to the ultimate reason why we choose favorites of one phone over the other, it's the overall user experience. And I must say it's super amazing on this one, as the screen gets really bright as it comes close to 600 nits and the display is super awesome even outdoors. The color reproduction is vibrant on this particular panel and you won't feel any difference. 4K videos or even Quad HD videos are absolutely amazing to watch. Though it's not a 4K display, it will put out some awesome color contrasts. Now it will hold up really nice when you're watching video as well, and I didn't feel any of the frames tearing at all. Now obviously it won't be able to come out on top based just on benchmarks, as it's got an older chip as opposed to the Snapdragon 835 in the newer S8 and Pixel XL. Now just coming to the camera, well, I told you that this was a little bit weak. Well, both of the lenses on this are 13 megapixel, but one is more of a wider lens to capture more of the frame. Well, the image quality on this is great by LG's standards, but if you try to compare it with other phones which came out later down the year, you will find a lot more separation between these devices. Now, there is a lot of noise that will happen in low light images. You'll just have to take note of that. Now, for it to be a good phone and for me to recommend it, it has to pass certain things. One is the user experience, second is camera, battery, and extras that each manufacturer throws in. But this phone usually covers all of these bases, but not up to the mark that I wanted. So it's kind of a jack of all trades, king of none. Well, this all translates that you will still be waiting at times for the camera to load up, still have a few app crashes along the way, and over time be running out of battery or even internal storage. But having said that, it's a great buy for an Android upgrade. And again, this video was not super in depth of all its features, but more of a quick guide if you want to get one. Last but not least, who does the Skater 2? Well, this is meant for someone, again, I'm repeating myself because this is more of the price drop that happened, so you got to really know what kind of a person you're buying it for, or if you're that kind of person. Well, it's someone who is not a technophile and just needs a phone upgrade to do his daily tasks faster and more efficiently. Keeping in mind, if you purchase it now, you'll be getting it at a stealer deal. So that being said, subscribe if you are new to this channel, like it if you enjoyed. Till the next time, it's me, Osburn, and you guys stay awesome.